Hey guys, it's Pop Pig with another video, and today I'll be reading you a story. I'm gonna have to do this intro really quick so I can do this. One Saturday evening, Porty was returning home when on the floor he found a book. It was called Enchanted. Porty had just came home from a really annoying day of work, so he was feeling pretty annoyed. He picked it up, and to his surprise, it said, "Do not open. Death will await you." Porty was enraged by that and opened the book and humorously laughed and shouted and mocked the book, and as he said, "Oh, I'm gonna die, aren't I?" But soon, every week, he would wake up to see changes on his body. Scales and green had grown on his left hand, and one day he woke up to find out that his right eye was somewhat feeling weird. He looked at it and then found out that the parody was true. The parody of the Enchanted book, as he had seen that in the library. He didn't know as he came back from work and forgot all about it, and he had been reading on it for 5 years straight. He didn't believe he literally just mocked it. Then he opened it and was shocked to see that anybody who opened it would be the king of an infection awaiting of a zombie apocalypse that would start as soon as the owner of the infection stepped outside. He knew that he wouldn't spread the infection and he would stay inside for 5 whole days, and then the infection would stop. He realized that he had been outside the whole time, so he had already started it. The infection of the zombie apocalypse sent people killing themselves, sent people killing each other for food. It was like a post-apocalypse had started. He then realized what danger he had put on the world. Animals started to get infected, and he was shakingly watching the news as the news reporters were getting infected by zombies, and the TV remote would shatter out of his hand as zombies would moan outside of the halls of his house. He could not stand this much longer and decided to fight for the right. He went outside and called all his friends. Bronzo and Bunny. He called DJ Donkey. He called Baby Bear. Even though it was a child, he had to bring everybody he knew to fight for the right chance. One Friday evening, when there was fighting for the life, something happened. The zombies became smarter, and while everybody split up, they knocked out everybody one by one. First it was Fennec Fox. When they were in their FaceTime, they saw a zombie creep up on him and grab him and eating and crack off his head, and Pop Pig was shocked. He told everybody to run quickly, but it was too late. Everybody had already been infected. The only people standing left was Porty and Bronzone. Porty knew that he had to stay there as he was going to be infected too, and he did not want Bronzone to get infected. He told him to run and sat down, waiting for him to die. Bronzone was turned on by that motivated speech, and he never knew how much Porty cared for him until that moment. He fought and fought and fought until the zombies were no more. Then the second wave had been put on. As the first wave was the starting of the event, the second wave was the middle. It had not came yet, so that means there was still more of the first wave. Bronzone fought every last one of them, but then he found out that the wave was there. He fought and fought and fought as hard as he could until there was only one remaining. He was too weak and fell down unconsciously. The zombie bit him hard in the neck and he started transforming. He knew that this was the last time anybody would see him, and he just thought, well, this is the end, isn't it? Meanwhile, a young man who was exploring the dynasty of the Cave of the Zombies, named Zeno, he saw Pop Pig on the floor with his zombie altitude still on, but Zeno knew that he was still alive and the zombie hadn't fully taken over him. So Zeno did something amazing. He took a hybrid fox, one of the hardest animals to ever hunt. He killed him and gave him his blood to heal Pop Pig. By the way, guys, if you think I'm stammering, then I'm sorry, but part 2 will be well more organized. But he never knew what was going to happen next. All the blood of the fox spilt on Pop Pig, and Zeno touched Pop Pig, making all the three, the blood, Pop Pig, and Zeno, come into Pop Pig. The DNA of a human, a pig, and a fox was transformed together. But Zeno, he had already put in all of his DNA into Pop Pig, and he became Pop Pig, the Lord of the Zombies. There was a huge fight that lasted many months between Pop Pig and the zombie, and at last Pop Pig grew out a sword and slung him by the teeth right in the middle of his throat so that he could stop breathing. Then the zombie, he was weakened, so Pop Pig took his last strike and cut out the guts of the zombie. Pop Pig took that opportunity to run where there was many dead zombies, and he was wounded. But then he found Bronzo lying there, smiling and cheerful with joy. He had not been infected. Pop Pig never knew that all that DNA and the hybrid fox, who was very powerful, sprung through the whole world and stopped the zombie apocalypse. So Pop Pig hugged his best friend dearly. Guys, there will be a part 2. Let me just finish this. But when is the third wave gonna come? Pop Pig said. It's not ended yet. This was just the middle of it. There had to be 5 total waves. Not even the third one had came out yet. So there's going to be many more waves after that. So he told the chemistry man to take out every single cemetery and every dead body and throw it into a pit of lava. But it would still come. He didn't say that to the whole world, only his town. So the infection would come back.